Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy LBV Amazing. I got my
Opinionated.
co-host Nelly Sway. I got my other co-host Kim, and we got a guest with us today, Danny, here on
Hey
Opinionated.
y'all.
Hey, boo.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get into some things on this little episode today, which is what's today's date? Wednesday, March
The
the
10th.
10th,
The 10th.
2021. Now, listeners, normally at this point, we would start off by playing some music for you, kind of introduce something to you, but this episode can be a little different because we ain't got the music right now. But it's all good.
Right,
Because
right, right.
we gonna get to that eventually.
Right, right,
All
right.
right now. So kicking things off, we're gonna start with this first question. Is it cheating if you're not married?
Is it cheating if you're not married? Yes, I tend to think so.
You think it is cheating if you're not married?
If you in a committed relationship with somebody, yeah, it's cheating.
I agree, but can you
I think,
expand on why you say that?
well,
I mean, because if I'm in a relationship with somebody and we exclusive, we done
Uh-huh.
both of us committed in a relationship, then if he talking to somebody else or fucking around with somebody else, that's definitely cheating.
right.
I agree.
But, but if you are upfront with that person in the beginning and, they understand that this is what's about to go down, that we see in other people, then it ain't cheating, you
I mean,
know.
if y'all open with your relationship like that,
Right,
then
Right,
yeah. But
right,
right.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but that's if you being upfront with, because usually when you see that person, I say, well, I'm seeing this person and that person. 9 times out of 10, they either gonna go with it or not. But then we move on to the next. You
Fact.
just being an adult about it.
That's very true. But in that instance, that's not
y'all
cheating.
not exclusive.
That's right. It's
Mm-hmm.
not
Then
cheating.
y'all not
Yeah.
exclusive either.
Well, I consider myself poly, so multiple partners is not necessarily cheating as long as all the communication is effective and that type sort of thing. I had a friend who told me that his grandmother told him, until you are married, you are single. So it puts you in a mind frame of that type of thing, because how do I know you are intending on marrying me? How do I know, should I not explore my option because you've changed and you decided that you wanted more, or whatever the case may be? I agree it is cheating when you have come to the conclusion that this is what we're going to do, and if you XYZ
Right.
step out on it, it's cheating. But when you open up to your mind to things, someone going to have sex with someone else is the least of your worries. And in my opinion, I'm kind of open with things. I'm just different. I just see things a little bit different along relationships and that type of thing. But again, if you say ABC 1, 2, 3, then that's what it should be.
Right.
Yeah, for
That's
sure, for
exactly
sure.
right.
Now,
That's up
okay,
front. Right.
and I'm gonna piggyback off of what you were saying about like what your grandma had told you, like because there are people that they kind of have that philosophy, like, well, we ain't married, so as long as we not married, I'm always single, but you my
Facts.
boo.
Gotcha. I can feel that.
But
But
And
to me, that ain't the way to go. Like, you know what I'm
right,
saying? It's like that ain't it
true,
right,
for me. Like, you
right.
true.
can't be with me and tell me that just because you mess with somebody else that's not cheating. Because no,
It's cheating. It's
it's
cheating.
cheating. And what
It,
about the emotional part,
right. That's what I was
Exactly.
gonna say.
the
Well,
online part?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I was just throwing
In
some
relationships,
other.
though, like if you're in a relationship, is it okay to have these communications with a person or certain people and your partner don't know about it? Like the person you're with don't know about it. So
Of
does that
course
make it
not.
cheating?
I
Absolutely.
think so. I think so.
Definitely cheating.
I think
Absolutely.
so.
I agree too. I mean, because I mean, there's emotional cheat and then there's the physical cheating. And
Absolutely.
Exactly.
to
And
me, the
sometimes the
emotional
emotional
part,
could be
a
worse.
lot of times, is way worse than the actual physical.
That's
Absolutely.
true. That is true.
Yeah. Uh,
Cause okay,
I've just been
well,
dealing with scatterlags so long. I don't even know whether I'm coming or going. To be 100, and to be
right,
honest, I've been dealing with these scatterlags and been dealing with these type of issues with finding someone who is for me and we are emotionally, physically, all the leads compatible. I don't even know if I know how to be in a relationship anymore because of what's going on in society, social media. I mean, I know what I would want, but a lot of lately, what I want is people say that's what they want, but they ain't actively trying to
got you.
keep
Ah, yep.
things up to par or happy or whatever the case may be. Because I ain't gonna take
Right.
your shit and be the upstanding person in a relationship, but I'm taking shit and I'm eating shit and I'm just dealing with shit. You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean? So
right,
this is all
right.
from experience that I'm thinking of, but that's just my take on that. Relationships, it's just I just don't know anymore,
Right.
Right.
you
They
know?
make it. It makes it hard out there. Especially when, like you said, the emotional part of it, and you seeing this person talking to this person on a everyday basis. Now your feelings is getting in there, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you find out that he talking to somebody else. It's hard to
Mhm.
say that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That you won't be mixed up in it unless you just don't have a heart. I don't know nobody who wouldn't feel a little bit salty that they find this out, or that they feel a little bit hurt that this person is seeing somebody. That's why I said be upfront with a person in the beginning, but that comes with age and being wise,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
growing to that point. Because I understand as where I done came from and done grew into that. I'm upfront with mine,
Right.
because it is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
I'm doing. You either accept it or you don't, because I don't have time to, to be, I guess, cautious with your feelings, because I don't have that much time left.
Right.
I'm
Right.
just keeping it real, so this is where I'm at because I done been through so much. But on
Mm-hmm.
that note, do you think, it's cheating if you seeing someone from a long distance and they dating other people? What do you think about
Um.
that?
Well, for me personally, I feel that if the person knows, then it's not cheating because it's an agreement.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay.
But if you're telling each other, "Oh yeah, I love you, and I can't wait to get like to see you or whatever," it's like I promise you, I ain't seeing nobody. It's just all about you. But you really are like you really do have somebody on the side. Then I think that's cheating if you call yourself committed to this person
Absolutely.
Damn,
emotionally.
damn, damn, damn. Okay, okay, you had to. Okay, I got you.
Okay,
I
Kim
got you. I
Kim.
got you.
But
I
of course,
got
that's
you.
in my opinion. That's
Well,
my
but I
personal
feel you. I
opinion.
feel you. But see, that's the reason for this, so we can see it from different angles and what people think about it. I got you.
Yeah,
Got
uh-huh.
you. But you're
But
right. You can't be saying I love you and all that.
people do it every day for real. But
That's true.
like to me, I just feel like if you're like verbally saying one thing and physically doing something else,
Or
or
thinking.
thinking, well,
Yeah.
thinking is just a thought. Like as long as you're not acting on the thought, then okay. Like
I
you know
don't
what I'm
know. Them
saying?
thoughts will get
But
you
see,
fucked up.
it starts with a thought.
Yeah.
It does.
I can say, oh,
Yeah,
boo
but if
babe,
you
boo
don't,
babe, boo babe, but I'm
if you
thinking, oh, I want this boo babe, boo babe, boo babe, and then I'm saying we are going to do this, but I'm thinking something else. It's from the beginning. It's just dishonest.
Yeah, because you start calling them names. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
And
sorry.
boo,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
You
you know
look,
what
you
I'm
thinking
saying?
that thought
yeah.
like you done committed to. Damn, that thought feel good, and then you get to talking to that person. You right. Damn, did I
Yeah.
just call you that because that thought? You right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's deep. That's
that
deep.
is
That's
deep.
deep. That's deep. Okay, well that was good right there. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how
Mhm.
about how y'all feel about this one? Monkey emojis and black people.
I hate
oh,
it.
me
It got
too.
me fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason I ask is because every now and then you'll be out in the social world, you'll be looking, and for some reason, every time, like, okay, say you see an ugly person or somebody that's not like all that or whatever. Why is it that the majority time that we go, not us in particular, but I think I have been guilty of it before, but it's like when you go to like make a post about that person or like something like that monkey emoji comes up like it's like and then but then like people when they get called out on that type of stuff they be like, well, check this out, I wasn't really calling her a monkey or him a
Right.
monkey. I was just it was just, no, you specifically have to go and pick an emoji, and
Yeah,
Fact.
that's
monkey is
true.
the one that you, if like that's the best that you could do for a
And then
black
what makes it
person.
so bad is with that emoji, you gotta search long, deep, and hard in your emoji list.
Yeah, it's
And this
not
stuff
just
not
right
making
there.
fun of my shit.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah, yeah. It's just like it's not there for real, for real.
Yeah.
It's just not there.
Now if I'm
Mm-mm.
mad, yeah, I'm gonna look for that shit. You gonna see that shit. But
It's crazy
you
because
right.
okay, there's a situation in the celebrity world where it's a lady that goes by the name of OG.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I knew you was
Yeah,
about to with that.
yeah. Now the situation with her and Evelyn or whatever. Evelyn trying to say, "Oh, I went to type in LOL, and when I typed in LOL, the first emoji that came up was the laughing
That's
monkey
not true.
emoji."
You lying
And I'm
like
like,
No.
right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
What?
no, there's no way that you're gonna type in LOL and the first thing that come up is a monkey. Because when I type in
Right.
LOL, the first thing that come up is a laughing emoji,
It's a laughing emoji.
yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
the yellow
Or
face,
And we
not
got iPhones.
smiley face.
right. That that you speak
my
on
whole
that.
my whole
That
thing
me,
is
we were just talking about that subject, me and my son, and my thing is what Evelyn really wanted. I don't really say it's about color with them. She's
Uh-huh.
trying to say that. She's really heard that she was basically trying to say she looked like a monkey. That
Right.
she's not attractive. And one of the girls, no, I simply said,
Welcome.
you ugly. And that's what Evelyn should have did instead of saying, well, OG just need to be honest. She called me ugly. I'm fucked up. That's basically what it
I
was. But
think
to say the color,
with
I
that
Mm-hmm.
with that
Mm-hmm.
situation, I think is more I think it is a little colorism going on in that situation. Just my take on it.
I
Be
believe so
because
as
she
well.
darker.
Yeah, I think it no, and I think
I agree.
OG is very proud of, she may not be the most attractive to some people, but she's
Right.
Right.
very proud of her African heritage. Like
Yeah.
She
that's
is.
she
She
came
is.
from there and was very strong, opinionated.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and she's the only one that, like she said, what's her name, Malaysia and Kristen, they all have European features. They don't have strong African. So
Right.
what she's saying is, I came on here, nobody had talked about Carl, nobody ugly or all this other stuff. But when it comes to me, and I come on there, and then they automatically assume she's aggressive. She was
Right.
Right.
aggressive
And
when
she's been dealing with that all her life.
people jumping over tables, hitting people, trying to hit people with wine bottles. Have
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Aggressive. All the things she said was, "I could break your jaw," and I can. She could.
she really can
Right.
though.
Yes,
She was
she can.
more, I had more self control because I didn't do it. Yeah, I told you I'd do it, but I didn't.
Right. Well,
Right.
that's. I think that the main reason why they pick with OG because she is strong and they want to be like her, but they can't. They
They
don't
And,
have it
scared
like
of
her. You feel what I'm saying?
and the fact that she won't back down from them,
Thank you. And they
just
can't
it just
control her.
yeah, it makes
They
it even
can't
worse for her.
control her.
And
Right.
it's like crazy because even like y'all was saying, like even with the situations, like I really do think that it's colorism as well.
Mm.
Of course, Evelyn, she's saying that because she's Latina and she got black babies, that don't make her a colorist. But I'm like,
Right. She
bro,
is. She
like
is.
if your kids was to see you, which I'm sure at this point they have seen that, her daughter is a grown girl, so I know she's seen it. That
Right.
monkey, she had to feel
Right.
some way, like, well, okay, well, mom, is that how you feel about me too? Because I'm part black.
Right. But
black.
you know what? Speaking on that, Lou, when when we was coming up as kids, the darker
Mhm.
kids got picked on more than the light skinned
They
kids.
did. They really
You see
did.
what I'm saying?
We
And
was
they
always
didn't
getting
talk.
called what?
They
Grease
talked about
monkey,
them. Yeah, they called
African
them all
booty
kind of
scratchers, all
right.
kind
And
of stuff.
everybody was picking the light skinned girls over the dark
Yeah.
skinned girls. You see
Yep.
what I'm saying?
And
So
Yeah.
this is
then another thing is on another side, a lot of
Hmm.
light skinned girls got picked on because they was light skinned.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you light skinned, you think you
Yeah.
all that, you
Right.
yeah.
think
They
that.
did. They did.
I've seen it on both sides.
That's true.
So
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's strong in the black community and people don't want to recognize it. And then when people
Yeah.
yeah.
recognize it, they all know that ain't what it is. But it's
Right.
what it is. Like
It's,
y'all, we have to, I feel like as a black community, we have to start taking accountability for the part that we play
That's
and a
true.
lot of
I
racist stuff
agree.
going on
I,
inside the black community. We don't
Right,
acknowledge the fact that, oh, it's just jokes, but it's not. Some people
right.
really
right.
behind that.
And feelings get hurt. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
That's
people
true.
told me about my daughter when Deja was real small. She was super light. She said, Danielle, Deja gonna have to fight when she get older because she light skinned, she got good hair, and they
Yeah.
gonna pick on her. My best friend Megan went through that as a kid.
Yeah,
Her being the
she
lightest one
did.
in her family, she went through it. And she like, you might have to, you want to teach her how to fight because
Yeah,
they gonna
Hmm.
I definitely had to fight.
That's crazy that
Yeah,
that our culture is set up that way, but it's absolutely true. Like
it
that's like
is.
you can't even try to tell somebody that they're wrong on that because
yeah.
that's the way it's been forever, and it's sad.
Right. And people, well, they not just that. They're speaking on that. You got the big girls too, but they
Yeah.
coming up in the world. They
Yeah.
are. They really
Absolutely.
stepping up there. So
Yeah.
the first thing it don't bother me that if one person come out and say, "Well, you fat," yeah, but your man like it. You see what I'm saying? You can't
Exactly.
hurt me with that no more because we looking good out here with it. You see what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a difference, but you're right with that. In our society alone, our minority, black women, black
Hmm.
men, they do make a difference, and it does bother people, which make these people get so angry that the kids do it on the bus. They pick on the other
Yeah.
kids,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it's learned from in the home. I don't
It
care what
is
nobody
definitely
says.
learned from in the home.
It's learned
When
from in the
pa-
home.
when the
They,
kids, from black to white, when the black
yeah,
kids sit up in here to, the parents or the person in charge or whatever, like say little stuff like, yeah, and these crackers this and these fucking white people that, blah blah blah. It
right.
starts
Clear people.
it starts that thought process, and same for the white people. Yeah, these
That's it.
niggers, and I'm sick
Hmm.
of black people. They always wanting handouts. When they hear that shit, they're growing up thinking that all black people ain't nothing. All they want is handouts and
That's
stuff. But that's
true.
not true.
That's
We've
true.
been
You
working our asses and our fingers to the bone for centuries.
Yeah. We even
Yeah,
died. A lot of us done died for that shit
yeah,
because
yeah.
they got hating on us. You know what I'm saying?
Centuries.
They're
Because
stealing from us. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying that's the real. You stealing from us. You taking our
Oh
ideals, or
wow.
you know what I'm
it
saying?
goes,
What
it goes so far back. It goes so far back.
Wow. See, I mean, even
Yeah.
even our listener, she
And everything
says
goes so back
she's had to fight because of her
in
complexion before.
Right.
our oppression within each other goes back into the slavery days and probably
Yeah,
Yeah.
before
it
that
does.
That's true.
in regards to
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Mhm.
Oh, it's so deep, y'all. It's so deep.
I mean it's just
It's
so
so deep.
unfortunate
It
Yeah.
that
is. It's extremely
we
unfortunate.
as a
Absolutely.
people cannot we are
Mm,
the only people who not cannot who will not come
will
together
not. Yeah,
as a race
yeah. Yet
of
we will sit around and admire everybody else.
multicolored just
Right. We do.
the pretty
Like, don't
guy
mess with
that
them Africans. They
the
stick
pretty
together. Don't
girl
mess with them Mexicans.
don't
They
want to
stick
go
Right.
together.
work at
When
the
is somebody gonna say, "Don't mess with them African Americans" because they stick together?
Yeah. You're right.
you
That's what we
know,
got to get to.
I
You
don't
know
think
what
we
I'm
got to.
saying?
It's crazy that these outsiders know that the only thing they got to do is go to one, promise this one
the not so
everything, And this
to
one
the
is gonna go
guy
and tell
and to
everybody
the
else, "Come
girl.
on, y'all, let's go over here." They said they're
It
gonna give us this and that, and
we're
then when you
we
You
start getting it,
we're
you
it's a
right,
hate
man.
consumerism is
situation.
labeled
You
and
right. You are
categorized
so right with that.
from
Hmm.
our
Especially
babies to
if if you know that I can help you in this situation. Hello?
Yeah.
If you know that I can help you in this situation, and I got the key to that.
Uh-oh. Think we having some technical difficulties.
Are we? Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Because if it's something that I can help you with and give you the key to it, I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna be holding back. Well, I ain't trying to help. That's what's wrong with a lot of us.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
keep that. If you can do it and I can't do it, I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
You
Oh,
see
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? I ain't gonna hold back. I'm gonna be right there to support you. What you want me to do?
Right.
You see
Right.
what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
can't do that because we too busy being haters,
Yep.
jealous, and I don't even
Figure
know
out, trying to
why
figure out
you
how can
feel
we
that way
get
of your
some. Like instead
own.
of just being happy for the person, it's like, well, how can I get
Yes,
me some? Where I
what
go
do
sign up
you
at?
want? Right,
Like, damn, can't you just be happy for me?
That
right, right,
and then if
right,
you, how did you do that or show me how, and they don't want to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to
right,
do it. Oh, that's too
right,
much work. I ain't about to do all that. Okay, so you go, okay then, whatever. Don't
right,
hate on me.
right,
I can take you. That's just like saying if somebody will be like, "Well, show me." They'll show you how to get the. I mean, they will show you that they take you to the water and show you that they fishing and hand you the fish instead of showing you how to fish to get in the water.
Right,
right,
Because
right.
right,
so
Yep.
my thing would be like, show me. You ain't got it. If you show me,
Yeah. Just show me. I got
right.
it.
We
Yep.
lost somebody. Did
And
we
you
lose
right.
somebody?
a lot of people
Yeah, we
that
lost Nelly. I guess she'll probably be back up in here. But yeah, caller, I mean listener, our skin color does not make us who we are. You are exactly right. Um, I feel like people want to use that as an excuse. Like, okay, say for the black person that speaks very well,
Mm-hmm.
and people want to say, "Oh, like you talk white." Okay, well, what does white talk? Because I
That's
speak
true.
well, I talk white. So are white people the
Right,
only ones on earth that speak well?
right.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Can't.
guilty of that. I
or
I
used
mean,
to tell my
me too, though. Me too.
yeah,
I'll
can
be
turn
honest
it
and
on
say
and
that
off.
I've been guilty of that.
yeah, I'm guilty.
I can turn it on and
Yeah.
off. That's what I
Yes,
call
viewer. That is very true. They do act like that they're afraid someone's going to be doing better than them,
Mm-hmm.
even if
Yeah,
they help.
that's true.
If they help you out, and that's very
Right.
true. People do
Yeah.
like, oh, I could show you how to do it, but you might do it better than me and do better than me. So I'm
Right.
gonna just pretend like I can't help you.
Right.
Exactly.
And
It's
Yeah.
for
sad,
real, for real.
and
That's
it's
how
in
them
our
Uncle
community.
Toms came about. If you
You're
think
right.
about it,
You're right.
that's how Steven came about. Because
You
he
are
was
right.
jealous. He was
You are
jealous.
right.
He envied what's his name? Django.
Yeah.
See, I can't, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all know I can't talk right, but I'm cool with that. But I'm saying that's how Steven, he was jealous. It showed that he was
Yeah.
jealous of him, so he ran to the white man to
Very
tell
true.
everything was going on when you hurting your own people.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we got them on a everyday basis. I
Yeah.
know. And it doesn't make sense. I remember times where we used to help one another's in the neighborhood. We too
Oh
busy
yeah.
hurting. You
That
know
that
what
truth. That saying where it takes a village to raise not
I'm
only
Yes,
a child but to
yes,
help each other.
right.
Well, I would have to say that when Medea and Mama and Papa, when the matriarchs of the family died, the
Uh-huh.
togetherness and the family spirit and has went away, and so I mean they were the ones to keep the neighborhood together, and no one took the reins. No one took,
Right. That's
Right.
true.
they were
Mm-hmm.
the ones who helped the village stay together. And now that they're gone, no one has opted in to be a positive force in regards to our people.
That's
That's
true.
true.
It's
That
very
is
true.
true. Yeah. I
Very,
mean, we
very
need to
true.
get back to that,
We
that
do. We
movement.
really
We
do.
do. We
Like
need to get back to that.
little what little cookout functions,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
you know,
Little
just
rent parties.
yeah,
What they
yeah,
used to
little
do. Yeah,
little
all that.
block parties and little stuff like that. It's all about the
right,
fun, no violence and stuff like just
right.
all about fun and fellowship and communion.
Yes.
That's true. That's true.
Like for real. Um,
Believe it or
hey,
not,
mm-hmm,
people watches us, even though our little our group that we in, and it
yeah,
ain't intention to be like that where we try to exclude people, but it's
no,
really people that come in and, damn, what y'all doing? Y'all having fun and all that, because they see
yeah,
that we enjoying each other. We
yeah,
ain't
Yeah.
even got to know each other for a long time, but
right,
Yeah.
because we just the chemistry, and we ain't looking to hate. I mean, sometimes we do get a bad apple.
yeah,
Either they gonna get it together or they don't, or
yeah.
they just rot alone. If they don't catch on, then that's on them.
That's on
You see
them,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
because the positivity still
Right?
reigns. It
Because you
shines
gonna
this way.
feel right,
Yep,
and that's how you can know the real. After so long, Judas will get it together. I'm gonna just tell
yeah.
you like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah,
Dang,
they'll
y'all,
get
this
it.
is so deep and I love
Yeah,
it. I love it. I
yeah,
love it. I love it. So
yeah.
right now, I'm gonna take time to do a quick shout out to Leather and Wood by CB. If you're looking for necklaces, he make necklaces, earrings, bracelets, little things of that nature. So go over to Instagram and check out Leather and Wood by CB. And while y'all at it,
Okay.
make sure you check out Unique Creations by Wendy. She has
All
gift
right. Yes,
baskets,
yes,
gift
yes.
boxes,
Yes, friend.
specialty.
Mhm.
She do what we got the edibles like the chocolate covered strawberries and stuff. Yes,
And
y'all. Get
mugs
over to
and
Right.
Instagram. Get over to
baskets and
Facebook. Go look for Unique
wreaths.
Creations by Wendy and get your hookup
Right.
on that deal.
She
Hit
said
her up.
she got
Absolutely.
Easter baskets coming soon.
Oh yeah, them Easter
Yep.
baskets they're definitely coming soon, y'all. So go over there. Make sure y'all check out Unique Creations by Wendy. And
Love it.
yeah, so that's just a quick little shout out. We got more coming, y'all. So don't worry, we ain't gonna give them all to you at once, but we got some more coming for you here. So next, y'all, we're gonna shine a spotlight out here for our brothers and sisters
Sisters.
that are down out here in the streets, criminal wise or whatever. They may not be criminals, but they may have been accused of being one.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Right.
for those of you out here that don't know, I myself have a felony. I have had
Mhm.
a felony for over 10 years, and my felony has not stopped me from being a positive, productive member of society.
I know
Mhm.
that's right. I know
With,
that's right.
with that being said, we have always, well, as a felony or felon, felons have always been told that you cannot vote. You can't get passports, you can't travel outside the country, all this type of stuff. Well, I want to
Right.
shine the light and let everyone know that in 3 more years, when we go vote again, if you are a felony and you have no pending charges and you have served your time, you can vote the day you are released from prison. If that's the voting day, you can go and vote.
Oh
All
wow.
Mm-hmm.
right.
You
That's some
can
good
go and vote.
information to pass on.
Barack
Okay.
Obama is responsible for that. No
All
one talks
right.
about it.
Okay.
No
I
one
would
talks
like to
about it.
add in regards to voting. Voting is actually every single year in May
It
and
is, yes.
again in November
November,
for
yes.
your local um taxes or whatever the case may
Your
be
local
going on
government, your
in
local
local
office, local
government.
seats, all that.
The
Mhm.
federal government is the only time, and the presidency and the Senate, etc., is the only time that it was every 4 years. Just to
Okay.
update you, there is an election twice a year, every single year locally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that is
That's good
So
true.
to
That is
know.
true. And then also, for as far as traveling and leaving the United States, felons, you can get a passport.
Okay. Okay.
I
yep.
repeat, felons, you can get a passport. Same rules. As long as you don't have any criminal charges
Independent.
pending, as long
Okay.
as you don't have any drug trafficking charges of any kind, those are the two things that can stop, the only two things that can stop you from getting a passport.
Now you said
Mhm.
with the drug trafficking, it can't be pending, correct?
It can be pending and it cannot have been like you can never have been arrested for trafficking drugs.
At
And
all,
convicted, right?
or
Well, because you could be charged and not convicted.
Right.
right,
That's what I'm
You
saying.
see
right.
what
So
I'm saying?
convicted of
Yeah,
a
convicted. Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
So what
But
if
those
you have been convicted? Is it a a limited time that could be on their record before they can get a passport?
Now that's a good question. I will
Hmm.
look into that and bring you back some information on that on our next
Okay.
episode. I'll update y'all on that. But if my memory serves me correctly, I don't think there's a statute of limit. I just think that's forever. So like once you get convicted of a drug trafficking charge, and I could be wrong because I really want to say that that might only have to do with over like if you leave, if you cross the borders with drugs, or you
Okay.
get caught coming back into the borders with drugs or something like that. I think that voids out your passport privileges.
It's just
Okay.
unfortunate how you can make a couple of bad mistakes.
Hmm.
Or, I mean,
Right.
it might not even be bad mistakes because we ain't the one bringing that shit over here for it to be distributed. But that's another conversation. But
Right.
it's
Right.
just so unfortunate that these type of things are are set into place to hinder people because
And who are they trying to hinder the most though?
African
Right.
American,
Minority.
the people that look like me,
Uh-huh.
you, and our cousins, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Right. Right. But
Uh-huh.
see, that's where change come in.
Yep.
That's where
Absolutely.
petitions come in. That's
Yep.
where we have to stand and say it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because I don't agree. I think I have brought this to your attention that I don't agree with the rehabilitation correctional center. Period.
I
Only
don't either.
time I think that people should go to jail is for child molestation, and you just
Yeah.
a serial killer out here. You
Yeah,
see what
rape,
I'm saying?
rapes and
Right.
stuff like that. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Right.
For sure,
And
for
if
sure. But
you,
like little drugs and stuff like that, no.
yeah, and then they giving
And
them
weed, especially weed, because I feel like they overdo it for the weed. Like y'all
right,
really
Well,
and
because
legal.
weed is a one of the best. Now y'all know I did a 10-page paper. Weed is one of the best resources on earth. We
hmm,
can make food, clothing, oil,
We can, for real.
yeah,
paper,
Shoes.
shoes, whatever you
right,
look
You
at,
can.
we can make out of weed.
Yeah.
And it, because that resource is such a valuable resource,
Yeah.
right,
they want to downplay it to be such a harmful thing.
Yeah.
right.
No one has ever died from smoking weed. No
Well,
one has
yeah,
ever OD'd from smoking weed. However, most of our people are in jail because of weed. That's
well,
why,
it's
as
about to
these
change.
laws are
It's
being
changing.
It
changed,
definitely is. And I
people
can
It's
are
say
being
that
changing.
released from
I
prison.
never I never in my lifetime thought that I would be living during a whole bunch of turmoil, but
Hmm.
I'm proud to be living in a time where black people are trying to somewhat come together, especially like with all these like the George Floyds and
Yes,
Yeah.
um
yes,
all that stuff. Like it's just if we would have sit back like we did in the '90s when they did that shit to Rodney King,
Right.
right,
and then turn around and the little boy with the hoodie, Trayvon Martin
Trayvon
got
Martin.
hmm,
like not a lot was really done by black people. We talked a
that's
lot of
it.
shit, but that was it. We didn't do nothing.
Right. As
Now
if it
everybody's
was
like, "Oh, y'all got us fucked up. Like this ain't
right,
going down no more. Y'all not chaining
right,
us. Y'all not
We are
beating
not our
us.
ancestors,
We not
bruh.
going to our. We not going to a corner. We ain't doing none of that shit.
right. You're
None of
right,
that. But what we will
right,
do is show up at these polls. We're going to vote to show y'all
right,
that we do care about
Hmm.
some shit.
right. Yeah, that's true.
We care
That's
about
true.
some shit.
That's true.
But
That
it's just, I just really want to just take this time to shine a light to let all the felons know out there, male or female, that felonies, like if you have a felony, you can't get a passport and you can vote out here. Just,
okay.
just want to
Yeah,
let y'all
that
know that out here.
right, because it's a lot of people that wants to travel, and believe it
Yeah,
or not, a lot of us black folks is the one that's traveling.
yeah,
So
that's
again,
true.
we feeding the economy.
Yep, yep.
Period.
But they want to
We
try and lock us out from it and keep us out, and then they the ones providing the citizens, the
yes,
regular standard citizen with the drugs that they're putting on
that's
the streets that
true.
they
Okay.
want to lock them back up for.
Okay, let's
Right.
talk about it. Let's really talk about it.
You know,
Because we ain't got no ships, we ain't got no boats, we ain't got no
no,
none of that negotiate with
right,
the cocaine distributors overseas or the weed distributors overseas. We ain't got none of that to bring it over here. It's just been put in our hands to distribute.
yep,
Right.
And
But you know what? I agree with you, Nelly. But we also have choices.
true,
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
yeah,
we let them, like, I can't understand a neighborhood. This is my neighbor.
right.
You my neighbor.
Hmm.
Niggas, y'all ain't coming up in here with that shit. I
That
don't give
part,
a fuck what you
that
saying. These
part.
kids out here playing in these streets.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? No, you got to get the fuck up out of here. You want to do that shit? Go down in Beverly Hills
yeah.
and tell that
yeah,
motherfucking
And
shit.
see, now that's the part I don't understand how we got lost in society because we, at one point in time, we
It
were at the
was.
capacity that we were keeping
absolutely.
certain
Yeah,
riffraff out of our neighborhoods and stuff like that.
But
And then it became a point where everybody just got scared. Like, I ain't
they
saying nothing. It
did.
ain't my business.
well,
That's
I
It ain't got nothing
mean,
to do with
and that's
me.
because the government came through
thank
and
you,
was like killing off like the Black Panther Party, the
Yeah.
Black
absolutely.
Society. That
Ooh.
was
Thank
real
you,
shit.
thank you,
So
DC
Ooh.
they
Pooh.
came through killing off these people. So that made a lot of people scared to even go up against the government.
Exactly.
So then
Well,
Yeah,
they
that's
came
true.
in
well,
and
Come
started
with
That's
it now.
exactly
Come
what
on
happened.
now.
breaking.
That's
So
exactly
right.
what happened.
that's exactly what happened. So now
That's
it's like
true.
now we as people need to come together and not be scared no more.
What we can still come in and do, we can still stand our ground. Just like we stand against our neighbors, stand against them niggas. You
Yeah.
don't scare
But
I
me.
I'm
feel
saying
what you're
If I
that's
walk,
saying.
what happened back then because we
right,
saying well, what happened because that's what we
right,
wasn't letting them do that.
right,
But
right.
when they came in and they seen that the what was he called the Black Messiah, when they see him coming through and he was making movement, he
He
was doing
was.
everything
He
we didn't even
was.
watch. They was educating their own kids. They was getting people together, helping them pay their
Right.
You're
he
right.
had all these after school educational programs that was helping these single mothers and helping their kids and all this other stuff. So when they seen that, of course we can't have nobody coming through
Absolutely.
helping these black
A lot
people.
of
Right.
people don't know that the Black Panther Party started the WIC program, the after school program, and things of
Mm-hmm.
that nature in our communities that we were helping each
Right.
other.
They were
So, of
feeding one
course,
another,
the
looking
Mm-hmm.
out
government
for one
came
another. You're
in,
right.
seeing all the good that we was doing for ourselves, took it
Right.
took it for themselves so they could
That's just like
distribute it,
and another
and
thing, just
then
like
killed
the
off
black
our leaders.
yeah, and the Black Wall Street, we burnt that down. Thriving community, burnt that
Mhm.
down
Yeah,
when
I
they
had
was
shared
doing
something on
good things.
Facebook. Do y'all know that Central Park in New York City was
Yeah,
a thriving
yeah,
African American community,
That
sure
sure
What's
was.
was.
that?
and
It
a
was.
domestic terrorist bombed it, burned it, killed our ancestors because we were a thriving community in the middle of New York. Now it's a
Right.
fucking
Hmm.
park
Now
that
it's
all
Central Park.
kinds of crime and killing and rapes and whatever else the hell is going on just through like acres and acres of land.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
Mm.
crazy.
It is crazy. It
Yeah.
really is. Lord, 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 Lord,
And
Lord,
So
just
Lord,
to
with all that
mercies.
piggyback,
being
just to
said,
piggyback off of that from the topic we were speaking on before, that is
uh-huh.
why.
The
Because when
monkey
we do
shit.
thrive and we do mind our own business, they come fucking with us.
We
They
sure
do.
do.
They do.
You know,
Absolutely.
like
They
people fail to
do.
realize, like we as an African American people, we just want to fucking chill, bruh. We don't want no shit,
Right.
no nothing. And you
Oh,
come fucking with us,
come
and
fucking with us.
that's when you get the angry black man or the
Well,
angry
Hmm.
black woman,
I
and a
do
motherfucker
see.
snapping on your ass
Right. But
because
I
you
do
come
agree
fucking
with
with
you
us.
to a certain extent. But we got some idiots out here, y'all. So
True,
We
straight
sure
up,
do.
we
we got
do.
some really fucked up ass idiots that really bring that shit on where people, our own people, getting hurt behind that. You see
True.
what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
If you out there acting an ass like that nigga, don't bring that around the good shit.
Right.
True.
Because we came here to have a good time. Motherfuckers,
Right.
we ain't trying to, cause you feel like you want to come up here and pull out a gun. We having a good time. Now you trying to fuck up our shit.
Hmm.
I do agree
Mm.
with that
Absolutely.
to a certain extent. But then, like I said, you got these idiots out here. And that, they run through my family, but you a dumbass idiot. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Because if
Yeah.
you gonna get out here and clown, you're not thinking about the shit that you bringing on us.
Right.
Show ain't.
You see what I'm saying? You're
Show
not
ain't
thinking about that shit.
at all.
We all, yes. And that's my only thing about. But if we minding our own business, we doing everything by right. Yeah, we supposed to take a stand against that shit. But I
Definitely
ain't
are.
taking no stand on no motherfucker who out here acting no motherfucking ass.
Hell no.
No,
Like niggas got to
uh-uh.
go. You want to
Yeah,
act that ass, you get on out there and fend for
yeah.
yourself.
Don't
Mhm.
even make
Like
sense.
it's like being locked in the village where you trying to keep the outsiders from getting in, but then you got the one on the inside that's acting so
Thank
foolish.
you.
Like nigga, you gotta get out there.
Take
Mm-hmm.
your ass
That's the
on.
part I'm
We
talking
voted your
about.
ass out the camp. You gotta
That's the
go. You
part
gotta
he
go.
up here stealing from us.
Yeah.
He raping our daughters. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I ain't on that shit. But yeah, you
Oh,
right.
but it's crazy because not only do they come in and try to infiltrate, the physical stuff that we have, they want to take stuff away from us. Um,
Yeah,
they
they
hop
do.
over and want to steal our beauty standards. Let's talk
Yep,
about it.
that's
Yeah,
true.
let's please let's talk about that. Men,
Let's talk about it. The beauty
Yeah.
standards. It was one point in time where the fat asses and the nice boobs and all this stuff and the curly hair and the braids and all this stuff was just so ugly to look at, but yet and still we got all these white folk and other cultures now that want the fat asses and the braided weaves and shit
Yeah,
in their head.
that's true.
hmm
That
we
is
couldn't get
true.
a job where we are naturally. Playing.
Hmm.
That's true. We're in the
They're
dream.
paying for the shit. They dying from trying to get the look like the black generation and stuff like, but yet we're so low on the totem pole that we got to be compared to monkeys and apes and
Right,
gorillas and dogs and shit like that. Like what the fuck?
right.
I
And
mean,
we don't smell like dogs. I mean,
We
I ain't no
definitely don't
racist,
smell like
but
dogs.
yeah, I'm just saying. We definitely don't fucking smell like no dogs. So,
Hell to the
But
no.
when you get to
Hell to the
talking that
no.
shit, right? Because me, I'm the type when you come at me like that, I'm gonna come back at you like that.
Oh
You
yeah,
see
hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
yeah,
But
Oh
I ain't
hell
gonna
yeah.
strike at you unless you strike at me first.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So you bring that shit like that, nigga. We don't smell like dogs, but so who you calling the dog or who you calling the monkey? Cause
I'ma
I'm
come at your
standing there, you
ass like a
feel that
dog.
shit
I'ma
back.
beat
What
you
the
like
fuck
I'ma
it look
bite you
like?
like a dog.
Thank
Right.
you.
For real. Off rip. But I really do think that, eventually it's like okay I feel like us as a black community are partly responsible for a lot of that shit. Like every time we get our hands on something that's ours, we actually willingly give them the designs and the
True.
threads and all that shit
True
to like
that. True that.
and then when they do it, we don't necessarily call them out on it. We just like like Kim Kardashian when she did the cornrows in her hair.
Right.
hmm
She wasn't the first white girl to do it because Bo Derek did it first.
Sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did.
But Bo,
We gotta start calling them on that shit. You right.
yeah,
Cause there's a
yeah,
lot of people that I didn't even know admitted what they did. And
right,
yeah, I didn't know that. Dang, they did that? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So you right. We gotta be like Drake. Give me that shit. For real though.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
can't let them go down like that. No more. So whatever we do, we gotta speak up on that shit.
yeah. Most definitely, most definitely.
Mhm.
Like with the whole nigga thing,
Yep.
it was cool. We was calling each other niggas, but when we was growing up, when white people call us niggas, we got in that shit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we did.
Nowadays, let a white person
hmm
call they good they black friend a nigga or some shit like that. It's like,
No,
oh,
fuck that.
they didn't say they didn't use but they should have never been allowed to even pretend. It
Right. It shouldn't even flew out their mouth.
shouldn't even feel like they shouldn't even been formulating their lips to say any damn thing.
You right. I got yeah. This right. This is a joke. I know, but it's only one exception. That's Tommy off of Power though. Should be allowed to say. And I'm just
See,
saying.
He the one that said it.
He say
I
even
like
though he
Tommy,
right,
but
he
even
say, and
Tommy not allowed to talk to me that way, and
he
that's
said
my
you
point.
right. You
That's my
right.
point.
He's a
Because
nigga
I'm
though.
telling you, he is though. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm from West Virginia, born and raised. I
Right.
grew up with 80% white people to the 20% blacks. Never in my years of living there was I ever even. I done fought white boys, all that stuff. None of them ever came out their mouth and called me a nigga after it was all said and done, or before.
Right. Right. Right.
Like they just at least had enough respect. They knew better.
Right.
And I grew
Right.
up around a lot of white people, but those white people knew better.
Right. And it's a lot of them that still do. They don't even fix their mouth to even say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
caller,
they
listener.
right. But we hold every white some not me. hold every white person to still make that mistake when all of them don't do that. Just like they
Yeah.
hold every black person to make
Yep.
that same mistake when
Yep.
they don't do that. You see
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah,
That's
I'm
so
with you.
true.
Well, speaking on the nigga word, how do y'all feel about, you know, being called a bitch?
Ah, good one.
Mhm.
At one time and point, if you would get beat the fuck up,
Thank you. It was fighting words.
it was fighting
Mhm.
words.
Yes.
Nowadays, I ain't gonna lie, I be talking to myself. I'm like, bitch, did you just what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Me too,
You
Nelly.
know? I just think unfortunately we let our guard down and
We
we are
did.
allowing something to take place when they shouldn't. And you know, ultimately, society, the entertainers have used these words so much
Mhm.
that it is literally a motherfucking household word and
Yeah.
name and that people are using across the board. There
Yeah.
was a time not too long ago, to be honest, that I wouldn't be using the bitch word. I would not
Right.
use that word towards anybody, not even myself, not even it like it was fighting word,
Right.
and I've become so lax with it that I just be sitting and I'm like, this bitch, no man, this bitch, what,
Mhm.
bitch,
Right.
like for
What?
real, bitch, like bitch, no, you didn't. So it's just
Right.
becoming, uh, uh,
It
uh,
became a term of endearment for some, like,
yes,
female
absolutely,
friends, and be like,
Right.
"Bitch, let me tell you what," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It,
becoming normal instead of using it as a sign of disrespect.
right.
Yeah.
right,
And
And
then
it's
it's a
kind
double standard because we can call our friends bitches, but let a nigga say bitch, you be like, wait, what?
right.
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 Nigga,
Right.
you
And
okay,
it's
or let
you gotta
another
it's
watch
so
nigga
your
call
language,
you
key.
but
a
we can
bitch.
sit up here and
That's
just like
true.
a friend.
That's
Yeah.
true. I
We be
think
ready to
almost
fight.
like it's almost like every like we ran with those the nigga and the bitch terms
Yeah.
because supposedly
That's
it was
true.
supposed to lessen the impact of the hurt,
Yes, that's
but
true.
it also did create that double standard, like Danny was saying. Like, okay, like, well, she could call me a bitch, but you better not open your mouth to call me one.
Right.
So it's kind of
Mhm.
like, well, when do I use the term bitch
Right.
for you? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
Right.
and that's crazy that you have to sit and think about stuff like that. Like, well, we didn't do it like we really shouldn't be calling nobody a bitch.
Right. I
At the end of the
see
day, you know what I'm
because
saying?
for a long time, that was fighting words for me.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
when
yeah,
somebody was talking to me, like, wait a minute, we ain't even good like that for you to call me no bitch. Because when you
right,
call me a bitch, we ready to throw down. You see what
right,
I'm saying? So I had to separate what the
yeah,
trend is.
yeah,
But it wasn't meant for harm. It was meant like, bitch, I love you. Like, really?
right,
But
Yeah,
I'm
right,
a
mhm,
bitch.
right,
I'm
right.
yeah,
feeling kind of, I'm feeling
Yeah,
kind of hurt. You call me a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I
yeah,
had to learn. But it wasn't no harm behind that. So when
right.
people say it, I still like it, but I understand the trend. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I
yeah,
had to look at it like, well, how did she call me a bitch? Did she say bitch? Bitch? Like you a
right.
bitch?
did she
Or
say did she say bitch, or
you
did she
right?
say it with some chest with
Oh,
some bass in
If
her
it's
voice
the
like
tone in which
bitch?
you call me a bitch, like, hold on,
shit.
watch
Right,
your tone, watch
right,
your tone.
So,
right.
I forgot to mention something about a topic back or whatever, but I need to bring something back up real quick for the listeners.
Okay.
Um, listeners, if you are or you know someone who works at a facility that has a problem or an issue with how you wear your hair, I have a
Okay.
friend who has a child that works at a facility who has a problem with him wearing his hair in a fro.
Wow.
Um, I really kind of thought that problems like that was over with. Like with all of the natural styles that have been in existence for so long now, and even just
Mhm.
really like embraced, it's
Yeah.
hard to believe that people are still, they still have that mentality. But my
Yeah.
advice to anyone listening that's been through it or that you need to advise somebody on that is like, a person should always be mindful of, how they look when they leave out the door. But if natural is who you are and what you represent, that person gonna have to get used to it because let them try and fire you for it.
Right, because it's
If they gonna
second
have
nature. Right.
if they gonna have some issues.
Right. Now, Lou, with that being said, and you work for a uniform company, say for instance you gotta wear a uniform, and
Uh-huh.
they say no facial hair, or you gotta keep your earrings short. You see what I'm saying? How do we
Yeah.
deal with that when we going in, but they telling us in the handbook this is what you can't do?
Now for me, I mean, because I know exactly what you're talking about too. Because I know for me,
Mhm.
I worked in a restaurant. I worked around food for a lot of years, and
Right.
being around food, that is a job where they tell you as a man, like you got to shave, like you can't have any facial hair on your
Yeah.
face. Now, as
Right.
an
Right.
adult man, there are some men that like walking around with that old bald face look. Pedophile look ain't for me.
Looking like a
So
Right.
little boy.
I hate it, but that like you said, that's a choice. Like either you
Right.
choose to accommodate that uniform, or
Or you find a job that'll let
or you
you
find a
do.
job that'll let you, yeah,
Yeah.
you in
Yeah.
your face.
Hmm.
But I feel like this one particular incident is not like a position where you're out in the public eye like that. You're really kind of hidden most of the time.
Mm.
Right. Right.
You're not seen for that long to where it's gonna make somebody think like, oh, his hair ain't done. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, it
Yeah,
is
they
almost
that
like, oh,
I
that's an
have
insider situation to me.
right.
They
And they still doing that stuff because even like if
are,
you pay attention to when we watch the news, how they betray our black women to be like they'll do their hair straight or it's not
Mhm.
it's a certain way that they have to carry themselves.
yeah.
You see what
And
I'm saying?
then some
Um,
people you can't like. I don't hear you because your hair's so wild that I'm just not even paying attention to you. Like, come on now,
right.
you know.
Mhm.
But they do try and dumb us down and make us like, oh well, if you work here, you're gonna have to do something with your hair. Like, well, if you're hiring me with my hair like this,
Right.
then what's the problem with me showing up to the job like this? You're hiring me
Right.
for the job looking like this.
Right. And I don't think it should be an issue if you're not, you
I don't
know,
think it should be like if it's not stopping traffic or stopping customers from coming into your establishment. I don't think it should be an issue.
all right, and not just that,
Absolutely.
if you're not dealing with anything like welding that can catch your hair on
Yeah,
fire or
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, I can understand
Pepsi
that
commercial.
situation of you saying that. Right. 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 When
Michael
you know somewhere your shit can
Jackson.
catch on fire, then what is the big deal?
Right, for real. It's just, oh, that's
But
just so
the
crazy.
big deal is people don't want you to live in your truth. They don't want you to be comfortable.
Yeah,
they want you to want
Right.
what they
they
want. They
just want
want
to
you
feel
to
like
look
they
how
can
they
take
want
your
you to
power
look.
away.
And in
And
my opinion,
let me just
that's
be
a
straight to
personal
the point.
problem.
It ain't no they. It's the white people just want to make sure that they can take your power away.
Right. Well,
Absolutely.
Because
it's a
most
just
black people will let you show up to the job looking very presentable. We know what's nappy and what ain't nappy. We know if you tried and didn't
right.
try. So
Right.
your hair at the end of the day generally be the least of our concerns. Do your hands work?
Right.
Do
Right.
your legs
Well,
work?
I do think it's a, well, I'm gonna say this because we have an issue at Columbus City Schools. I guess
Uh-huh.
a driver and a supervisor got into it about the pants that we wear cut.
Okay.
And she actually got sent over to Fort Hayes, and I guess she had to hearing because her and then a supervisor got into it, you know,
Oh,
about the situation. She brought it to me because she see me getting off the bus going into the bathroom, and she was like, "Girl, they ain't say nothing to you about your pants." I'm like, "No," but she said I got into it. Actually, the police got called on her.
Oh, really?
what?
It was that deep, y'all. When I say that, now this is my thing. We drive a damn bus. Now I'm not saying come out there with booty cutters where our cheeks is hanging out and coochie hanging out. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
But if all you seeing is my leg, what is the
right,
big difference? You
right,
see what I'm saying?
right.
They want us to wear they don't want us to wear the leggings. I don't understand that neither because some big girls are comfortable in that shit. You see what I'm saying? But you want us to be punched up with our belly all cut up in the motherfucking jeans and shit. Where we you know
Yeah, I do. I do. I understand that. I do because you are so right. And one particular, the person that's responsible for it, I don't like that person anyway. And people like that get on my nerves. But save that one definitely for another one because we can get into that. We definitely can get into that because that is a good discussion for sure.
Yes, yes, yes,
To that
yeah.
because that does have a lot to do with some stuff too with this control stuff.
That is
Ooh,
true.
11 the evening. Okay, y'all. Now this one right here. Ooh, mm, right here, y'all. How do you? Okay, okay. We all have had a friend or two, or three, or four, or five that we may have crushed on before.
Oh,
We all have had a friend or two, or three, or four, or five that we may have slightly fallen in love with, and they've never known about it.
wow.
Okay, this is for
Okay.
me because I brought up this topic.
About being in love with friends.
But see, here's the
Wait,
thing.
what was
For
the
me,
question? Go, I didn't hear. Say it
Just
again.
scrolling across. How do you feel about being in love with friends?
I have a couple of friends that I care deeply for. Um, Actually, three.
We ain't talking about
I
deep.
have.
We talking about in love.
Listen to. Let me speak. This is
Okay, go
opinionated. Let
ahead.
me speak.
Got you.
And it is a love. Like if two of them, I'm kind of in a situationship right now. However, at I love them dearly. We're great friends. However, time is just not permitted for us to tro- cross that threshold from friends, the friends with benefits, or whatever the case may be. They
Okay.
do know. Um, Yet it doesn't take away from our friendship.
Right.
Um, it is one person that I just can't. She and we're beyond friends, and
Okay.
we know what it is. It's just we know what it can't be. And that's okay. You know,
Mhm.
uh, that's just all I can say. You want to start off as friends first, and if, like my friend says, if it'll be, it'll come back around, and you just gotta
Right.
believe in that and
That's
keep it
true.
pushing
That's
and love them as your friend. And I'm not holding up. I'm not holding back my life because I care deeply for these people. It's really real, and it really is a something, and it's just
so, but they
time is
both
just it's just
know
not our
they
time.
both
And
right. But they is aware of how you
yes,
feel, right?
yes, they both.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
I think
and um, go ahead. We have we talk often. And
Okay.
don't be on that level. Catching up with children and life and etc. But yeah, it's really a thing. I don't harper on it or say, "Oh, I should, woulda, shoulda, coulda." I just keep on going, investing in my own love life. It's
So,
just the time just hasn't permitted. If it will permit, I don't know. But those
well,
people
it's
are some
better
of my
having
best
them as
friends.
a friend and not having them at all, because you could love them
Absolutely,
and still be their
absolutely,
friend. Because
absolutely.
that's
Because we were friends
personal.
first,
Right,
and
right,
we still are friends.
right,
Um,
right,
it's just like I don't know how to think about it. I don't know
I
how
mean,
to,
right.
for me personally, I think I think what you just said, like we were friends first. I think, like that's what you want. Like people always like people say, ugh,
absolutely,
friend, like, well, if I'm with somebody and we're in love with each other, I would hope that this person is my friend first.
absolutely,
Right.
Right.
I agree.
Yes, it's okay to
exactly.
in
So
my
that's
opinion,
why,
it's okay.
yeah,
It is okay to be in love with your friends.
and that's why
Yeah,
I
it
say,
is.
you know, um, I don't push the issue. We don't push the issue. We talk as if that don't even come up. It come up every once in a while. We might flirt
Right,
here and there, but for the
right,
most part, it's been on one side of the fence. It haven't crossed
right. Yeah. Well, I what you think, Danny?
That's
It ain't no small.
it's a little that's a difficult situation because I've been on both ends. Like
Right.
I had a friend that I was like really, really like that, and then I got a friend
Uh-huh.
who really liked me like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, but I don't. I love him as a friend, but nothing more
Right.
than that. It's
Right.
just, and I just don't. I just not. I'm not that attracted. Now I do got a friend, and everybody know like we've been
Yeah.
friends for years, and we have. But if he ever said, Danielle, let's go, let's do this, it's a wrap. We gonna go ahead and get married, and that's
So
just
Okay.
how
how
do
it
you
is.
get that message?
Okay. Okay. I mean, they all get good points and good viewpoints from where I stand because, like I said, I would rather love my friend before I love my mate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if that makes
It
any
Hmm.
does.
sense.
I think
Um, but like you said,
um
like the in love part, I do believe I can be in love with my friend, not
right.
friends plural.
Right,
Right.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
I
Right.
love my friends, but to be in
Right.
love with my friend will be everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
right.
Now speaking on the friendship thing,
Uh
I
huh.
think when you're a friend tends to take care of you better than your mate if you start off friends because I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'm going to cherish your feelings. You get what I'm saying? I know that you don't like such and such thing, so why would I bring that to you? So I'm going to respect you to the fullest. So when you learn to be friends first,
Yeah.
that relationship tends to go a long, long, even to
Yes.
death do them part. You get
Oh
what I'm
yes.
saying?
Yes.
So that me personally, I love to be a friend first, and if
Yeah.
we go beyond that, because I know you're not gonna hurt me in that way because you was my friend first.
Yes.
You see
Yes.
what I'm saying? So
Yes. Yes. Okay. So then, to sum up this topic, so you the type of person that are able to still get along with an ex after, just based on the fact that y'all were friends before the relationship, and then once the relationship ends, do you still be friends with that person, or is it possibly over?
hell no, I can't get along with my ex right now. I want to
I
beat him
got
up.
along with my ex, a
I get
couple of my
along with a
exes.
lot of my exes. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I get along with quite a
I
few.
would
I ain't
love
gonna.
to. I would love to, but right now I want to fight him.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it
Hey,
real
I mean, I
because
definitely do have one or two of those as well. This is like I can't stand the ground they
Absolutely.
walk
right, 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 right,
on.
right. But
So, but for me, it's like we were never friends. That's why I can't stand the ground they walk on.
Right.
right,
Okay. Yeah, it
right,
makes sense.
right. Especially when they trying to steady hurt you. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying?
can't be my
When
friend
they
if you try and hurt me every time you turn
right, and you
around.
throwing shade and shit. You right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the part I don't like. But
yeah,
I would love to be your friend.
yeah, yeah. Wow,
So,
you guys, this was excellent. Like
I
this was
love
really
it. I
great.
love
This was
it.
really great.
I'm glad to be
So, next week's episode, or yeah, next week's episode, we're gonna start up something. It's called the Relationship Advice Corner.
okay.
So, to the listeners, in this relationship advice corner, we're going to be giving relationship advice, hopefully based on questions presented to us. If not, we'll start some things off and we'll run with it until everybody catch on. But for the most part, we're going to be giving relationship advice from my viewpoint, which is a Virgo, Nelly's viewpoint, which is the Scorpio, and Kim's viewpoint, which is our Aries. We've all we're all old enough and are experienced enough and we know enough to be able to give advice. I don't want you to pay me for it, but you can listen when you listening to this. How about that? And then we are going to tap into our health and wellness edition, where we're going to get into guiding you all on health and wellness. We're also going to really get into a Black excellence spotlight. This Black
Okay.
Okay.
excellence spotlight will highlight our Black owned businesses,
Mm-hmm.
our Black excellence, whatever that comes, however that comes, we're going to spotlight it. And then
Okay.
we're going to introduce our worldly matters, which will touch on everything that's going on in this world, whether it's
Okay.
local or worldly. We're going to talk about whatever needs to be talked about. Um, and other than that, like I really enjoyed today's episode. We
Me
barely made
too.
it over an hour, so we're a little shorter than what we trying to get around an hour, but hey, we did great. The conversation was great. The topics were spot on, and y'all did great. To the
Thank you.
listeners, we thank you for tuning in, and we do hope you spread the word and get more people in here with us. Participate, hit them, put your ones up if you got questions or want to get on that microphone. I'm gonna
Right.
hand the mic over to my two lovely co-hosts here and our guest Danny, in case y'all want to say something before we exit. Take it
Oh.
away, Nelly.
Um, I hate when he put me on the spot and I'm not completely
Hey, you know what's coming,
100%
co-host.
ready for it.
Mhm.
um, well, I would like to enlighten, some black excellence. For the time
Okay.
being, we did touch bases with some of our friends in regards. Let me get to my. Well, first off, I do sell wellness products and stuff. In
Okay.
regards to sea moss, I'm working with a couple of other people with the sea moss to make an even better product with my friend, especially Louie, making our hair product.
Right.
So,
Right.
just enlighten ourselves in regards. I want to enlighten a friend of mine. She makes t-shirts and masks and customized apparel. It's Prissy Co. Make every day a special occasion. She
Okay.
is awesome with making masks from scratch, from things of that nature, and t-shirts, etc. Um, I just wanted to thank you all for listening. I love you guys here on our panel. It's always a great time every time we get together.
Always.
And
Always.
I am looking forward to us building our platform and us building
Right.
our empires together, whatever we see fit.
No doubt.
And I'm going to pass it over
Mhm.
to Kim Kim.
Hey y'all. It was
Hey,
fun tonight.
girl.
I really enjoyed myself. But the only positive, I'm gonna speak positive. Main thing, whatever issues you're going through in life, let it go. Move on past it. You know, don't waddle in it. Just move on. Show love to one another on an everyday basis.
Yes.
Um, keep positive. Let's build a, build something strong out here. Get these black businesses.
Yes.
I want
Yes.
my own business. I know. Let's support one another. Say something kind to somebody, even though they done made you mad. Just say something nice. That's
Yeah.
basically me. I just want to show love. That's just me. Enjoy life. Because we only got one. So take care of yourself. And until the next time, peace.
Yeah. I like that.
Hmm.
Miss Danny, you have anything you would like to say?
Um, Thank y'all for having me. I
Yeah,
appreciate it,
We
and it
love
was
having you
fun.
here.
Hope to come back again next week because I like this little dialogue thing.
All right. All
Um,
Oh,
the
we
right.
need you for a
conversation
little panel, friend.
was
Yes,
real good
yes.
and deep. I feel like we need to us as black people need to come together and do this a lot more often and
right.
definitely start taking accountability and responsibility
Absolutely.
for our actions. I think a lot of black people just don't like to take accountability.
Yeah,
They
I'm
don't.
guilty of that. I'm learning.
me
So
too.
I am definitely, I want to come back and, get some more. This was fun.
And it
All
was
right, all right.
respectfully. We shared our opinion and was respectfully. That's what I
No
like
doubt.
about it.
No doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, before we get out of here, I did just run across something great that I would like to share with everybody.
Okay.
This person don't know that I'm repping her right now, but I went to the black owned business page on Facebook,
Oh, love that
and
page.
there's a girl on there by the name of Ashley Jacobs. I just posted her info for everyone to see. She's
Okay.
promoting a weight loss program. She have a challenge that she's doing, and she's
Mm.
searching for 8 ladies to start her challenge. I'm looking at her pictures. It's amazing. The transformation is amazing. I don't know what the secret is, but I have posted her info for the listeners. Go over there, check her out. That's her phone number for you to text her for more information. Tell her that the people over at Opinionated from Deftone Productions LLC sent you over to holler at her. So
Okay.
we want to thank you from Opinionated, and until next
Yay.
time, we out.
Good night,
One.
Peace out,
everyone.
y'all. Have a good night.
Loved it.